Hi there. This is a timeless and collective message for anyone that's looking to kind of understand what it means to finally surrender to divine will. Now, I know we'll hear about surrendering to the divine will, making sure that this is something we practice, especially on the twin flame journey, but a lot of people may be unaware of how you can actually tell once you've reached this state. So based on my own personal experience, I want to share that I struggled with this concept for a very long time. I always saw myself as somebody who, follows the divine's will and surrenders to it and is in alignment with it. However, I will say that feeling like you've surrendered to divine will versus actually the experience of it are two very different things. And as much as you may think you're in alignment with surrendering to divine will, when you actually attain, this state, it's very easy for you to look back and understand what your thought process was of this concept in the past versus once you've achieved it and recognize the difference. So I want to talk about how you can actually tell that you've actually been able to surrender to divine will. So these are some signs that you can look at on your own journey and say, hey, is this something that I've done or I have yet to work towards this? And a lot of things could be a work in progress. So this is just a good indicator of how to assess. There may be others than the 10 that I'm about to mention here. However, this is for the purpose of this message and video. These are the 10 in my own experience that I'd like to mention. So first of all, I think one of the biggest things that you can kind of take a look at to understand if you've surrendered to divine will is when you have literally let go of any fear around what's to come in the future. So when you are or haven't surrendered to divine's will, you will find yourself contemplating, being a lot in your mind, thinking about things over and over, and just preoccupied with total paranoia about your circumstances, of what's to come, how things are going to play out. Did you do the right thing? Did you do the wrong thing? So on and so forth. But once you've actually surrendered to the divine's will, you're going to let go of all of that. There will be no fear around what's to come, what's gone, what you've done, what you did do right or didn't do right. You will find you are no longer contemplating any of those things. Number 2 is you are well aware of where you're headed in terms of your divine mission. You may not have a clear indication of what's going to roll out in terms of your purpose, but you know that there's something and you're working towards that is aligned with the divine's will, and you're open and receptive to just patiently waiting for whatever direction is going to come next. It could take a couple of days, it could take a week or 2 weeks to get these signs to let you know where you're headed, but you're okay. You are just in the now, experiencing the now, happy with the now, and just patiently waiting for divine direction. Number 3 is a little bit tied into what I mentioned for number 2. Even though you are waiting possibly for divine direction, for number 3, I would like to say that you understand definitely that there is some purpose for you to fulfill, but you're at peace knowing that you are being guided. So literally your faith is in, I've gotten this far for a reason, I am being guided, and I just need to trust the path and trust divine to lead me. So it's really about surrendering your control over things, and really allowing the divine to lead you. So you're now just imagine walking down a dark pathway, just waiting for that next beam of light to let you know which way you need to walk, and turn and be guided accordingly. Number 4, I would like to say is that you've actually now removed any doubts that you might have had about your path. So you've actually reached a point where you have complete faith in divine guidance that you've been getting, and you understand where you are in your journey and how you got here, and therefore that has allowed you to just fully remove any doubts that got you to think twice about the steps that you're taking. You have a sense of trust that the path that you're working on will pan out. Number 5, I would say, is all about letting go of anything that you're worried or preoccupied with. So one of the biggest things being, and following divine's will is being happy in the present moment. So you have removed any obstacles that tie you to the past or the future, and any, I suppose the best word would be to say addiction to them. So you are no longer contemplating the past or the future, and you're absolutely okay with just being where you are in this current moment. Now, number 6 is about you embracing any sort of a pause that you may be on. I've previously mentioned that, there may be moments in your journey where either for a short period of time or longer period of time, you just don't know what's going to come your way, but you're embracing the unknown. You are absolutely, absolutely happy just being okay with not knowing your next step. You understand that it will come and it will be shown to you when the time is right, and you're making the best of the pause that you've been given. Number 7, you're holding true to the attitude of gratitude throughout your journey. You may experience some ups and downs. Things may come up in a way that you didn't anticipate them to, but you still find a moment in your day, or several moments in your day, to just thank God for any challenges, the pauses, and consequently the blessings, because you know and you have a appreciation for understanding that whatever has happened and is happening is for your ultimate and greatest good, and it's aligning you with your purpose, and in the process just refining your character. So you are taking every moment to just say, thank you, God, for getting me here, and I understand, as though it may have not been easy, this is for allowing me to be the best that I can be and need to be aligned with my purpose. Number 8 is about letting go of any resentment, any ill will towards others, or just having a sense of loss about anything that didn't work out for you in the past. You're letting all of that go. Now, this might be a work in progress, but you're actively aware of the need to let this go, and are doing everything you can to remove your contemplation from certain circumstances that may be holding you back. You are embracing the ability to forgive others and just letting things be. Understand that everything that you've experienced had a time and a purpose, and it has nothing to do with who you are today and who you are becoming. And so to surrender to divine will is to just let that go and just be at peace. Number 9 is about accepting where you are at this moment and not having any regrets about who you are. You are embracing your flaws, knowing that there's no such thing as perfect. You're still a human being, but recognizing your shadow side, recognizing your shortcomings, and embracing them, and just saying, I know I still have to work towards these, but in this moment in time, I'm just going to acknowledge them, because that is what's going to help me eventually overcome my shortcomings and my shortfalls. Finally, last but not least, I would say is number 10, which is just being at complete peace with where you are, but then also full of hope and full of anticipation with all the beautiful things that are yet to come your way. Understanding that the divine has planned some great things for you. You've passed a lot of tests to be where you are, to get to this point, and you only have the best things lined up for you with what's to come. So having that sense of hope and positive anticipation of what's to come is really, really necessary to understand that great things are coming for you, and being happy with that. So thank you for that. Like I said, this doesn't have to be the end of the list. I'm sure based on other people's experiences, there's more, but in my personal experience, I will say that I've been able to recognize, what I felt surrendering to the divine will was earlier on my journey versus what I've been able to achieve to now know that, yes, the individual that I am today has really allowed me to just surrender, to just be at peace with what is happening right now, right here in this moment, because that's all we're ever really guaranteed, is the present moment, is a huge sign that you've surrendered to the divine's will. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful. God bless.